Hello everyone, welcome back to Luke's TV Talk, where I go over some of the most recent TV episodes I've been watching. And for this video, I'll be looking at the new Netflix series, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, Episode 1, titled Lot 36. But just before I get into that, I uploaded a video for the new Star Wars series, Tales of the Jedi, so if you're interested, go give them a watch. And make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all future episodes. Okay, so let's get into the plot of Episode 1, Lot 36. Tim Blake Nelson's character, Nick, is at a storage sale, and during the auction he buys Lot 36. At the start, the previous owner died from a heart attack. Nick seems to be in debt to someone, and is buying storage lockers to try and score a big payday. So we get a look at this when he's calling from one of the manager's offices, and the person on the other end of the phone does not sound happy that Nick looks like he's trying to run away, and later in the episode you see someone actually come up and attack him, reminding him that he owes money and people are after him. Previously, Nick bought another locker, but the building's owners accidentally sold it to him, and that person asked him to get some family photos if they can't buy it from him, but Nick declines, saying everything in there is his. Nick is a very mean, cynical, and racist middle-aged man, and pretty much everyone he interacts with is just like, he's just so like backhanded compliments, swearing at everyone. He's not a nice person. While emptying the locker, he finds an interesting table with a star on, and later goes to a cellar to find out more. Nick meets with two specialists, and it's revealed the table is a seance table, and inside are 3 really rare seance books. If Nick could find the 4th book in the locker, the set could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nick and one of the specialists, Roland, go to the locker in search of the book, and end up finding a false door at the back of the storage unit, leading to a hidden path. Earlier, it was shown the previous owner visited the locker every day for decades and would always drop something off. Down the winding path, it is full of crucifixes. They come to a room with a humanoid creature with no face, laying in the middle of a summoning circle. Roland basically tells Nick the whole time they're going through the tunnel, be careful, listen to me, don't do anything like drastic or anything, because it could get dangerous. And then without thinking, Nick breaks the circle by walking through it to grab the 4th book that's on a table. This ends up awakening the creature that sprouts multiple tentacles and ends up devouring Roland. So this is a really cool moment where the creature, who's basically got a humanoid body but a face, kind of breaks its upper body from the stomach upwards. It's all tentacles, and it grabs Roland and pretty much just devours him. Nick runs through the halls trying to escape, and when he comes to a locked door, the woman from earlier just leaves Nick. So basically, she was the person that Nick bought the locker off of by mistake, and he wouldn't give it back. And basically, she's saying, sod you wouldn't help me, so why should I help you? So basically, Nick's trapped here now. Nick runs more, but is then captured by the creature, and that's where it ends. So I love this first episode. It was very Guillermo del Toro, I'll say that much, because it's got the very cool Guillermo designs of the tentacle creatures, and also I love the story of Nick, who's such an arsehole. He's just so mean, and he gets him at the end of the day. He gets karma for being such an a-hole. I love Del Toro's intro to the series and episode, so he walks in and introduces us to the series and how it's going to be short stories by different directors, and he has this little table, this cabinet, and he pulls at different little artifacts, and for this one it was a key for the locker, and it sets it up perfectly for like, this is going to be a cool little story, a one-off, and it's going to be really terrifying and mysterious. I love the opening theme as well. It's, as I said, very mysterious. You see objects and artifacts all standing on the hallways, and it makes you wonder what all of this series is going to revolve around. Tim Blake Nelson plays a great arsehole, as I said. He's just so mean. People he's working with, he's constantly fighting with something about. The specialists, he's constantly swearing and moaning at them. Other people at the locker place, he's just a horrible person. At the end of the day, he probably got what he deserved. Tim Blake Nelson does a really good job of showing that. The previous owner and the locker itself are a cool mystery, because we meet this man at the beginning and he dies straight away, but we don't know anything about him. This locker is very mysterious, like it's smaller than the other lockers, so what's hidden in this place? So it's cool to unravel these mysteries. And then I love the info dump from Roland, who talks about this man and his family, how they did horrible things back in Austria and how they did things to contact entities from another realm, and we slowly get drip-fed this information that kind of links all the details we've seen so far. The reveal of the hidden path and the creature was cool, because it made so much sense, because obviously the locker was a lot smaller than others, so it made sense that there was more to this locker than seemed. And there's a really cool windy path, and this big open space with this creature in the middle. It was so cool. I love the creature design. It looked like a hollow person, and then when it transformed, it just sprouted all these like Cthulhu tentacles, and it was such a nice reveal. As I said, Karma got Nick in the end. He was awful to everyone he met, and he ended up paying for it by not being treated nicely by those same people that could save him. And I love the setting of the old storage building. We don't get many horror things in storage buildings. I know there's a couple like Storage 24, that was a film, but you don't see very many horror settings of storage lockers, so it was a nice change of scenery. But overall, I loved this. It was such a cool twist on a horror setting and a horror creature, very much Cthulhu linked, and Guillermo del Toro very much knows how to create a very mysterious creature story, so I loved it all round. And if you love like a horror twist or this kind of like setting, it's such a cool series so far, so I recommend you try. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with all future episodes. And until next time, I will see you all later.